Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are a follower of the channel, appreciate you hanging in there. I haven't posted in quite a while, just had a lot going on at home with the family. All is good, but not a lot of time to make videos. Been doing a little bit of jamming, but just wanted to share an idea with you guys. A lot of times on the Octatrack, we only have 8 tracks. And if you're like a lot of us, we're using that 8th track as our master track. So we actually only have 7 tracks. And I like to chop up samples. I use a lot of loops for my drums, but sometimes when I'm programming drums, I'll use, kick on track 1, which we'll be doing today. And then that kind of leaves me, 3 tracks to do like hats and crashes and percussion and snares and claps. And I can run out of tracks pretty fast. So I wanted to think about how I could maximize the tracks. And obviously one of the things, and this is what we're going to focus on today, is parameter locking steps. And what we do is if we hold down a step and then we actually turn the level knob, go past your recording buffers, and then we can select any of the sounds that are in our sound pool. So I've loaded up a bunch of claps and hats and snares and kicks. So that we're going to be using this technique, but the main thrust of this video is to think like a drummer. So if you're a drummer or any human being, you only have 4 appendages. Typically you have the kick, with your right foot if you're right-handed, the hi-hat pedal with your left, and then you got 2 arms. Usually if you're right-handed, you're playing the snare with your right hand and the hi-hat, and then when you go to play toms, you're using both those hands, rides, crashes, etc. So thinking like a drummer is going to do a couple things for us. So one, it's going to help us think about optimizing our space. If we, kind of think of each one of these tracks as one of our arms and legs, that might help us think about how to lay stuff out. But also, if we're doing it that way and we're only having up to 4 things playing a lot at one time, that's also going to help us when it comes to mix down, because we're not going to have a ton of stuff going on. I know I can create some really cool vibes by layering loops on top of each other, and I do that often in my productions, but sometimes it can make it kind of busy. So if we're programming like this and we're thinking about a drummer, maybe we'll make some more space with our drum programming. And I'm not the best at drum programming, so we're just going to have a little fun here and let's see how it goes. So I already got a 4 on the floor kick, because you know how we do. This is house over here at this channel, house music. So then with the next one, we're obviously on 2. I usually put like a 2 and a 4 clap. So let's find something in here. We don't want to loop. That was what was on here before. So I also like this because you can kind of like preview as you're laying down the steps, which is something you can't typically do on the Octatrack once you have something programmed in already. So, and if we have a step we like, we can copy it. Whoops. If we have a step we can like, we can copy it. Now maybe I want to do, this is going to be like kind of like my snare drum arm. So maybe I want to do like some little ghost notes with like a different snare or a clap sound. Let's see. That's a little much, but maybe something like that. We'll copy that. Let's do a trig condition. I like programming my drums actually on just 1 bar and doing trig conditions to create longer patterns. It's just easy for me to visualize. And then the same thing goes, we don't have like kind of stuff going on at the same time. Let's turn that bad boy down. Maybe make this a little less often. We'll make it 4 out of 4. And let's copy it and make it kind of like a little roll. So as it comes around the 4th time, we'll get 2 of those. And maybe we'll lower the volume on this one just to, whoops, accidentally. Let me, I have a loop defaulted to that machine. I'm going to take that out. You probably should do that if you have any of them. There we go. Maybe even do like a little retrig. Maybe not that many times. Alright, I don't know how that's going to sound when it comes back around. Oh, it defaulted to the cymbal again. Alright, let's just leave it. We'll go on, we'll move on to our next one. Let's make this like a little hi-hat or something. We'll do like a little upbeat hats. Except I put that on the wrong beat, so. Oh, see, I keep messing up because my default trigger is taken over there. So we want to go to okay. Now let's copy that boy. Paste it over for our little I got this one off on the wrong one. Let's paste that there. Now the one thing about this is I can take this volume and I can turn them all up and down. But once I start laying them down and I put other sounds in here, I'm going to have to adjust it with locks. So if I want to lay a different one down right here. Okay, I like that. Let's make that a trig condition. Let's make that like 2 out of 2. Bring that down. Okay, now I got like a 1 here that's not occupied. It's got to think about where you can lay stuff. Like if I want to do like a little crash in this one, I might be hitting the crash with the same hand as my hi-hats. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to find a crash. Not the world's greatest crash, but it'll do for the example. Bring that bad boy way down. Now I don't want to crash on every one, so let's make this like maybe even like 1 out of 8 because we got just a short bar going on here. Turn that down even more. Maybe throw some more delay on it, or it's like a plate reverb. There we go. Just keep going. So I just got my left hand and my right hand are going right now, but you know, if I want to add some like little things in between, you know, we can go in here and let's maybe lay in some perks, see what we got going on. Copy that. Lower this one maybe just a little bit. Now we only got these, we're going to restrict ourselves to these tracks. So as we start wanting to go in and add stuff, let's remember we can only think about our 4 hands. Let's see what we got here. some really cool vibes, just, you know, choosing a bunch of different sounds, putting them on the same track this way. Oh, we haven't put a ride in. Let's mess with a ride. And of course, you know, because we have parameter locks, like I don't like how long that is, so just, you know, find your make it groove that way too, just by having different maybe open this up. So get a little beat going. That's a lot of fun. You know, let's bring in some chops just for fun. And that's basically all there is to it. Just think about these being your four arms and use that trick. It's not really a trick, but how you can lock your sounds, you know, to each one, and use that lane to, you know, fill up stuff without overlapping. Go back to our hi-hats. Let's just add a couple more for fun. See if anybody's still watching this video. Make that dry. Anyway, just fun to just fill it up and just see what you can come up with. You come up with some really cool ideas just layering stuff, and then you can always resample it, you know, make it be your own little tops. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you had fun just checking out the channel. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. Have a great day. God bless.